Hello everybody, today we're going to be playing the Stanley Parable. I never heard of it, I never played it, I've never seen it, but a couple weeks ago it was free on the Epic Games Store, so I decided to give it a shot. I watched like the first 30 seconds of someone playing it and it looked really cool, and that's what we're going to be playing today. Let's get into it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Can I move? Oh yeah, I can. Whoa, okay, so that's cool. Can I... Oh, never mind. I was thinking when I press buttons it would show up there. That's strange. What would that achieve, though, is my question. Oh, I can open and close it? Oh, I can't go back in, I guess. Can I open this one? This is some more
All
music.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Okay. I guess we'll click it 20 times. I didn't even click it 5 times, I clicked it
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Is he just gonna have me click it 430 times? If so, I'll be right back.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
There's no door 417, is there? Wait, no, what if I just keep clicking? Okay, I don't think anything happens. I'm assuming this will close behind me. No? Okay. That's weird. It's like the game... Is the game self-sentient, or... I'm kind of confused. Because he keeps telling him, like, an achievement. Like, talking about an achievement of clicking, like, a door or something. Except, you wouldn't talk like that if you were in real life. I'm not sure where to go next. Let's just keep looking around.
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
Wow. Now it's berating me. I see how it is. Fine then, I'm gonna click on every door. How dare you?
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
That's all the way back here, isn't it? Wait. Oh, that's right here.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Wow, he just wants me to run around. Is that what's happening? 415.
Now, back to door number 437.
Jeez. Dude, I'm getting lost.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
The copy machine? Where is that? Where could it be? This is an interesting game so far. Kind of confused.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I need to find the copy machine. Whatever. He wants me to go to the left door? I don't know. I don't want to go to the left door. I want to go to the right door.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Where's the... Is that this one?
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
First of all, there's stuff all over the floor, and you can literally see the grime spots on the ground.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Yep. Very worth it. I wonder what happens if I stay longer now.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
What?
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
I just pressed spacebar on accident and got it. Okay, fine.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Wow. That's funny. So can Stanley hear this person or something? I'm not sure. Or do they know it's a game?
Last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Dude, I just don't want to listen to this narrator guy. Dude, there's no way I'm going in there. What? No. I don't want to go in here either. But...
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yep. I don't want to go in there either. I want to hear this dialogue. Wow, this reminds me of Portal almost. That room. No. No. For a moment. I hacked the system. Did I mess up the game?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you, or... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Which door do I go through? I'm gonna go through this one because... That's interesting. I'm gonna go through this door.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
I didn't even think that
Stanley
would work.
walked through the red door.
But I don't like red. I like blue.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm colorblind.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley
Bruh.
walked through the red door.
Oh, this is blue. Okay, I'll go through the red door.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
It seems like the narrator's all powerful.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
What if I don't want to? You know what? Sure. Sure, I'll go through this way. What the heck? This door is garbage.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
No, because nothing happened.
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that?
What would
I guess
you
it
do
isn't
with
my
the other
place to
numbers?
judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
What the heck? This... I didn't see this before. Was this here? Bruh. Wow. This is cool, I guess. Let's go this way again.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Not really, because...
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Wow. I like how he doesn't even ask. Wait, so he wants... Whoa, what the
The
heck?
baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Okay, this is just annoying. Goodbye, baby.
You heartless. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for you. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Wow. This is...
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough?
Wow, I
Tell
can't
me
even
that,
show.
Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Or even is he?
This will go
I don't know.
here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art
It's
and feel
garbage.
ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Watch, it's gonna be like something amazing. What if I don't want to go inside? You know what? Sure.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, That's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Wow, they have it perfectly designed so you can't get anywhere else.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
Nope. I can't go back up either.
Oh, no, 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 no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Oh, I wanted to find diamonds. I wanted to mine those diamonds, though. Please. Okay, well. Dude, is this Portal?
Yes!
I knew it.
I don't even know what this game is, but I love it.
Dude,
You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what this is.
Wow, I wish you didn't say stuff. I'm gonna take this with me.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
The thing is, I've played the Portal before, so...
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble.
Goodbye. What the heck? I mean, I didn't expect that to work. I don't get my radio. What the heck? I'm afraid I'm gonna fall. Where am I supposed to go? I don't want to be your test dummy. Oh no, I fell again. I'm mind gaming the system. Whoa, there's two ways. He hasn't talked to me in a little bit. I'm kind of worried. Dude, this is more open-ended than all of them. Stanley Parable just became horror game. I'm like bracing myself for a jump scare. Where do I go? Oh, probably this way. Oh no, that's the same way. Okay, let's go here. Wait, is this like... Oh, I can't make out what that is. I was not expecting this game to become this. Oh no. Where am I supposed to go? I'm so lost. What?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Well, I think that's gonna be all for today, guys. This game is really interesting. It seems like there's definitely a lot. I'll probably play this more.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
What the heck? I was trying to do my outro there, you jeez, man. Wait, what? Did it just restart? Well, like I was saying, I think that's gonna be all for today, guys. Outro cut right now. Yay! Have you had an empty mind lately? Has your brain refused to work? You just can't produce your own thoughts or ideas? Well, then you came to the right place. For a limited time, I'm offering a 100% off deal on my own ideas. You can take my ideas and use them as your own. For example, like this video. Great, right? You can use my ideas, and for a limited time, it's completely free. Here's another one. Subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I hope you finish off your day great.